49-year-old healthy woman presents to the outpatient department with swelling of the neck. Family history is negative for any thyroid disorders. Physical examination shows a non-tender thyroid gland with a nodule on the right side. Thyroid gland is mobile on deglutition. Cervical lymphadenopathy is present. Fine needle aspiration and cytology results show empty appearing nuclei with central clearing, nuclear grooves, and branching structures interspersed with calcific bodies. Which of the following is the most likely diagnosis in this patient? So, okay, I think almost all of you got this right. So this one doesn't need too much of an explanation just because they've pretty much given you the answer in the question. Questions like this are great on the exam because you take only a couple of seconds to answer. They're extremely specific. You don't have to think too much about it. You kind of, that extra time that you get, you can kind of save it up for something else that you're not too sure of. So I personally love questions like this, and I'm sure everyone will. Okay. FNAC shows the most pathognomonic feature of papillary carcinoma of the thyroid, that is your empty appearing nuclei with central clearing, otherwise known as orphan ani nuclei, nuclear grooving, and branching structures interspersed with calcific bodies. They're just talking about samoma bodies, okay? So these three things, highly pathognomonic for papillary carcinoma thyroid. You shouldn't even be thinking about anything else. You don't even have to go through the options. You see this, go with papillary carcinoma as the answer, okay? But just for completion's sake, I'll tell you why it's not the others. So I will talk about option A and E together since there's only a couple of differences between them. Follicular carcinoma, follicular adenoma, they both present very similarly on histopathology. They both appear as microfollicles. The main differentiating feature is that adenoma, since it's benign, okay, it does not invade the capsule nor does it invade the vasculature. Whereas in the case of carcinoma, it being malignant, it does invade capsule and also invades the vasculature. Okay, so you'll be able to see that on the biopsy. Okay, medullary carcinoma of the thyroid usually presents as pleated sheets of cells on an amyloid stroma. Not mention anything about amyloid. Very easily rule it out. Okay. Moreover, if it was medullary carcinoma, they're going to have increased calcitonin. They would have mentioned something about, okay, calcitonin and its implication on calcium homeostasis. They would definitely have mentioned something like that. Or on the other hand, they might have mentioned something about multiple endocrine neoplasia because of its association with that. This one of the, I think the last question I think is related to that. So we will look at it then. Okay. Option D is anaplastic carcinoma. This on histopathology will present usually with pleomorphic multinucleate giant cells. But even otherwise, if you want to look at the presenting symptoms, over here it says that the patient had a non-tender thyroid gland with a nodule on the right side. Okay, thyroid gland is mobile on deglutition. Okay, in the case of anaplastic carcinoma, because of how rapidly it grows, okay, because it's highly undifferentiated, okay, because of that, it tends to cause compressive symptoms. So you can imagine a neck swelling, okay, that's growing rapidly. It tends to compress whatever lies, okay, behind it. So you can present, the patient can present with dyspnea due to compression of the trachea. They can present with dysphagia due to compression of the esophagus. And like I mentioned, on histopathology, you will be having your pleomorphic giant cells. So none of this is even similar to this. And like I mentioned, questions like this, you just know it's papillary carcinoma. Just go for it. You don't even have to waste your time reading the other options.
Thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more.